Are you wondering why people are slapping a tuna in Castleton? Well, let me tell you, there are some brand new achievements that just came out in Throne and Liberty's new update, and some of them can be like this, a little bit silly. I'm going to take you through some of the more interesting ones, and we'll have a look at what interesting activities you can now get up to for points in the game. So where am I finding these strange new quests? Well, if you head over into your menu and find the achievement section within single player content, you'll see that there is a ton of new achievements you can achieve to get certain points, achievement points, within the game. These can be anything from dynamic event challenges to general spending money or buying from a shop type achievement to defeating certain number of enemies within a certain area. But there's also some really interesting small ones in there that you might want to have a look at. Let's start with the tuna. Now, if you find yourself in Castleton and you have a break in between all of your crafting, you might want to head down to the docks, to this spot here, exactly where this guild pin is, and take a look at this tuna. Now you can begin auto attacking either one of these tunas and you'll find that there is an achievement for slapping it 100,000 times. There are some very simple ones that you can tick off straight away, for example adding a friend or changing your profile photo, but there are also some more difficult ones that may take some time to achieve. For example, there's a bunch of achievements with regards to completing nightmare difficulty in the 12-man raid, which personally I'm not quite there yet. Now if you're looking at my profile frame and seeing these beautiful wings right here, you might be wondering how I got them. Some of these achievements come with certain cosmetics. Could be titles, it could be picture frames, profile frames. In this case, in order to get these beautiful golden wings, you'll need to suffer flying through the air for 5 minutes. Now in any other game that might sound like a very simple achievement, however in Bugs and Liberty that can come with a catch. You may find yourself plummeting to the ground as you try to achieve this. Provided you don't fall out of the sky due to a bug, all you need to do is repeatedly hit spacebar in Herba, take the path from around the tower and down the side of the town. Avoiding central town seems to be a good idea as that seems to cause more bugs. And you'll make your way down into the general lake area down here. When you get to this part, you're going to circle around in as many circles as possible. Obviously, the lower you get to the water here, the lower you're going to have to go and the less amount of space you're going to have to turn around. But it is achievable from flying from the high point on Herba Tower. But it is achievable from the highest point of the tower without taking any excessive steps to do the 5-minute flying, provided you don't fall out of the sky. Here's a quick map of the route I took in order to get to the 5-minute point. While you're up in the sky trying to fly your best, you might also spot some cats on the Herbaroos, and they have an involvement in another quest within the achievements that happens to be one of my favorite, which involves taking photos of all of the named pets around Herba. You also have some achievements for patting and feeding any animals within the city for a certain amount of time. In the achievement menu, if you head to life, you'll find at the bottom photography, of which I have 11 out of 11. These are some really fun quests to do with finding all of the animals across the map and also interacting with them. When you come upon a named animal, like Miruni here, you'll find that you can press F to interact, and it'll give the option to take a photo. Now, I don't know about the photography skills in terms of that angle on the cat, but once you hold it there long enough with the cat in frame, you'll be able to take a photo and it'll unlock a quest. Oh, of course he turns around right now. Thanks, Miruni. Thanks, bud. Of course, there are different named animals in every town. You'll see there's a list of them there. It generally tells you which town they're in. And one note to make there is that some of the cats will not appear if it's raining in town, so you'll have to wait for the sun to come out before you can take photos of cats. The dogs do tend to appear though. This is Happy. Thanks, Happy. If you happen upon a random unnamed dog, don't let them go without giving them a pat as well, because you'll find that if you play or feed the dogs across the map, in fact it can just be the same one, you will actually get an achievement for interacting with those guys too. While we're in Stoneguard, it's worth noting that the fountain here has 2 achievements. If you throw in a coin 100 times or make a wish 100 times, you will also get an achievement. Now, it does take a while, as you can see, and doing that 100 times might be something that's a little bit too much for the average day. But if you're feeling particularly bored, do head over here and start doing your due diligence here. It is only worth 5 points for each achievement, so I don't know if it's entirely worth it, but you know, sometimes we need a simple activity to keep our brains active. If you're interested in what kind of cosmetics you can get out of this achievement system, you'll find that some of the achievements have attached to them profile frames or titles that you can get from unlocking these. For example, if you play with the White Crow in all regions of Laslin, all of these regions here, you'll unlock this Afternoon Veil profile frame. Some of the ones that are easier to obtain are, for example, the Pledge of Stars profile frame, which comes from defeating all of the Laslin elite monster experts within the region. I've also done the ones for Stoneguard, Spring and Silesium, and the one for Tilandre, Journey Through Blue Sky. If you are here off the back of my housing videos, you'll know that I am big on gathering and housing in general. I know that it's not everyone's cup of tea, but if it is yours, you will get a payoff if you manage to gather 1,000 of each item. For logs, you can get this nice profile frame here, Crown of the Forest, or for iron, you can get this one here if you can manage to snag the iron from everyone constantly populating that iron spot. We all know what it's like. If you manage to complete those Paparazzi quests that I mentioned earlier, you'll see that you can actually unlock some emotes as well. Now, the achievement menu might be found under the solo game or single player area of the menu. However, you will see that there are a number of quests that you cannot achieve without a guild, without other people. There's also some that require your completion of raids, or it could also be in terms of PvP combat. Now, these ones are particularly hard to gather, especially if you don't have a guild that takes on boonstones and riftstones, so maybe these aren't quite for you. But if you do manage to, you will find that you can get some cool picture frames here as well. One more quick and easy one that might annoy some PvPers is interacting with the Arena Guardian statue. If you head over to any of the arenas and interact with the Arena Guardian statue, shoot off some fireworks, and do that 10 times, you will also unlock an achievement. One achievement that escaped me for a short while was this Memories of Adventure Codex, which actually I had no idea were located right in the Army Toy house. If you head over to the table here, you'll see Memories of Adventure book. All you need to do is open these up. They have some cinematics that you can have a look at. Either you can watch through the whole cinematic, which I do suggest because they are kind of cool, or you can simply hit escape to skip through. If you tick off all of these, then you'll also unlock some achievement points there. Now, I'm so sorry I have to head off. I have a date with a whale for 60 minutes, but let me know how you get on with the achievements, how you go exploring. I think these are fun little bits that they added into the game that makes things just a little more interesting, exploring the world of Throne and Liberty. Let me know what else you want to hear about from Throne and Liberty. Is there any content you're interested in that you haven't had a chance to look at yet? I'd be happy to give it a go. I'll see you in the next video. What a sight.